Hey everybody, just catching the last part of the fourth quarter here. Bills led 17-3 at halftime, and there's been a lot of connection issues. And I was in a meeting earlier at work, so I couldn't do anything. But it's lunchtime now. Catching this last 8:42. The Patriots trail by 8 now. They got a touchdown, and I think they went for 2, or the extra point was blocked. Let's take a look at the box score. So we had a run failed. So they tried to go for 2 to make it a 6-point game. But they just forced a 3 and out, down by 8, and they got a 19-yard punt return by Marcus Jones. So they'll take over near midfield, trailing by 8. Quick out right to Hunter Henry. There was 3 first half turnovers. That's a 15-yard game. Now we are into Bills territory. So let's try to reconstruct this game from the ball possession chart. So the Patriots did in fact have 3 kind of turnovers. They had 2 interceptions and then a missed field goal, although that looks like it was in the third quarter. There's a 13-yard gain. Now we're already at the Buffalo 24. The Bills took advantage of they had a fumble and an interception. They did have 3 the chart doesn't show it, but they had a fumble and 2 interceptions in the first half. Off tackle right to Damian Harris being keyed, but there was nobody in the zone. They were in a 3-3-5, so they were keying the wrong area. Or no, maybe they were keying, but they had moved the middle linebacker around, so that's why the box scores happened. 9 yards. This is fast and furious here. 5:42 to go. Second and 1 at the 3. They just pounded in here with Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson. Oh, they're going to go with a sneak to Mac Jones. He takes it all the way in. Touchdown. 2-point conversion here to tie it up. So a 14-point lead is about to be cut down to 2 or eliminated altogether. Well, with a single back set, Ramondre Stevenson in there. 2 receivers are covered by 4s, as is the tight ends, both tight ends. No, I'm sorry, 1 tight end's covered by a 6, Johnny Smith. Inside run to Stevenson, guessed right. Only going to get 1, so it's still a 2-point lead. But that was a quick 12 points. If he had kicked the extra point both times, it'd be tied right now. But he was trying to put that pressure on by going for 2 and then being able to take the lead on the second touchdown. The analytics say that's the way to go. Quick out left to Dawson Knox. Nobody there. Guest run 8 yards. James Cook's in the back. He's got a great card. I'm surprised. Let's look at the box score and see what he's done so far. Buffalo only has 11 first downs. Cook only has 33 yards, but just 6 carries. This is a 5-yard pickup as he goes to Cook on the D card. Let's see. Buffalo is good to excellent against the run, average against the pass, and the Pats are excellent against the run, average against the pass. So that's why it's been a little bit of a tough go for the backs. Off tackle right to Cook out of a 3-3-5 is going to pick up 6. White die 1 saved that from being a nothing. Still 6-yard gain. 33 on Snake Eyes is the big hit. 3:36 to go. New England needs to stop. They need to get the ball back to get a chance to drive down for a field goal to win. It's a 5-yard pickup. It's another first down. He had 2 men in the right flat, but he went to the left flat. Staying 3 wide. Patriots up against it here. And a shotgun formation, so if he's going to call run, he'll probably bring the linebackers down because it's either going to be a Josh Allen end run or James Cook up the middle. Bomb to Stephon Diggs, incomplete. Guess right. 2nd and 10. 2:42 to go. 2 more good plays to get a stop and force a punt. Josh Allen still has his end runs left. He's got 5 of them. Did he forget about this end run card? Quick out right to Dawson Knox. Incomplete. My goodness. That doesn't look like he's running Josh Allen much at all today. Look at this box score again. Josh Allen, 3 runs for no yards, so he did try to run him a little bit. Or maybe those were must runs. 3rd and 10. This is it right here. A first down here will pretty much end it. Crossing pattern to Khalil Shakir, and it's picked off on the D card. 2 through 6. And it's going to be a 15-yard return. Oh, man, he had a touchdown on 4-5. So 1st and 10 at the 50, and he just needs to get in the field goal range. Let's check out the Pat's kicker. Curl to Kendrick Bourne, incomplete against the run call. Nick Folk is 2 through 8 from 23 to 32. 2 through 6 and 12 out to the 37. If he gets inside the 22, it's a 2 through 10. It's the 3-3-5 showing blitz against the 2 tight end, 2 tights, 2 wide. A run call incomplete. Matt Jones failing here. 3rd and 10. 4 down territory. Harris in the backfield, 3 wide, slant down to Henry, covered by 4. Another incomplete. 4th and 10. Now, do you even think about punting here? I don't think so. You got to go for it. 5. Those 2 rolls of 5. Oh, throw to a double team Aguilar. It's going to be a dump off. He needs it over 10. He gets 9. Wow. That would have been it. He just could have run to get into at least some kind of field goal chance. So 2 through 5, or really 3, 4, 5 were the 3, 4, 5, 8, 9 were the ones that are not going to make it. All the other ones would have been first downs. And even the 8, 9 had some chances. So here we go. 3 timeouts, down to the 41. It's got to be perfect now. Needs to get 3 and out and force a punt. 1 first down, it's over. Off tackle left to Cook. Guessed right. Fumble. Defense gets it. Oh, my goodness. How many chances are the Patriots going to get here? 2 through 6, there's a fumble. And the running play die was a 6. So if he wouldn't have had a man in the zone, it would have not been a fumble. Okay, so now we're into that 50-50 field goal area. Sideline right to Jacoby Myers. He's going to pick up 5. He really wants to get inside the 22, and he wants to use up the clock. They'll still have all 3 timeouts. And there's no reason to get out of bounds right now. So stop trying to get out of bounds. You want that clock to run. Might sell out for a key here. It's going to be a hitch to Bourne. It's going to pick up 10. And you won't have to worry about getting out of bounds on that one. So we're good. Bills use their first time out. So now they're in an ideal situation. But, because we use carded fumbles, there's always a danger. So you can't just run. And then again, if you pass, you're giving yourself a chance to throw an interception. Yeah, if the Bills would have taken 3 knees there and then punted, they would have had and it's hard to say you're going to do that, but would have made it tough on the Patriots to drive all that way to get in the field goal range, assuming you get it inside the 20. But when you just need 1 first down, it's hard to just sit on it. Quick slant, 2 minute zone. Oh my. Man, that stops the clock. that gives the Bills a chance to get the ball back, and they can get into field goal territory. This is like the Chiefs and Bills playoff game a couple years ago. That would have pretty much sealed it. Here we go. Offense takes a timeout. Want to think about their formation because they don't want to fall out of 2 through 10 field goal range, and they could get adjusted out of that. Take another quick peek at those field goal chances. 2 through 8. So he wants to get at least 4 yards to make it so you can't get adjusted. Then you leave yourself open to a key. Maybe another Mac Jones sneak here. Inside run to Stevenson gets wrong. Nobody there. And pick up 5. Okay, so he's in the 2 through 10 field goal range. And that forces the Bills to use their last time out. Could have ran down to like 8 seconds left if he would have run on the previous play instead of throwing it. But he was trying to avoid the card and fumbles. It's kind of cool to have that in there. It makes it a little bit more tricky. So 45 seconds, no timeouts. The Bills will start at their own 25. Look out for those Josh Allen end runs now. Just need a couple of those to get out of bounds, and you can get into field goal range. We'll check the Bills' field goal chances. 2 through 5 out to the 39. They really need to get to the 32. So look for a Josh Allen end run here against an end run call. Against a 3-2-6. Can't call and run. And there it is. Man in the zone. My card, your card. Gets the short game, 13 yards, and gets out of bounds. So that's going to take it out to 38 and doesn't use that much time. So he hasn't forgotten about those end runs. This is the perfect time to use it. If you go base formation again, and he goes 3-2-6, you're in business. He's going 4 wide though. He'd still do the end run as a pistol quarterback. Even the Singletary can run off tackle here if he wanted to do so. But you're risking the white die 1 and the excellent pass defense on the Pats, so you're probably going to throw it here, hope for a dump off. 37 seconds left. Sideline right to McKenzie, incomplete. Down to 30 seconds left. If he would have been running the quarterback and run there, 5 is not going to be much. So, and the clock would not have stopped with the 5 white tie. Bomb to Jay Kumaro, 2-minute zone. Oh, the Pats would love you to just throw deep like that. 3rd and 10. Can't end run here because your containment will keep you in place. And there's no more dump offs, so he's going to have to hit on Allen's card, or hit a must run on his card. Crossing batter to McKenzie. There's 12, and gets out of bounds. So now you can go end run. You at least get a short game. You get into the field goal range, but he's staying 4 wide. 3-2-6. Figuring he also just needs one more completion. He will be able to spike it here, stop the clock if he can't get out of bounds. Curl to Gabriel Davis, covered by 0, 11 yards, must run, and I'm not sure if this is going to get out of bounds. They do a different roll for the must runs. Doesn't look like it. No, they're not out of bounds. They do a spike, 39 yards, so this is on its very edge range. Two through 5 out to the 39, and you can't get adjusted in. And there's no time left for another play, so this is it. He needs to not get an adjustment and roll low. Here's the kick. And it's adjusted backwards, so it doesn't even get a chance. The kick die was an 8, so even if he wasn't adjusted back, it would have been no good. So there you go. I'll put this here for Mike. See if he wants to come on. What's up, Mike?
Oh my God, I pulled that one out of my rear.
Yeah, take us through that epic comeback. Those 2 turnovers after you had you got the touchdown, you went for 2, you missed it. Got the
I
touchdown,
I didn't wanna go for two the first time. The game put me in it automatically, and
you
I
didn't want
said
to use the timeout.
I debated. I'm like, oh shoot, it's at 9. I'm like, I think I can maybe get this. I said, am I gonna use a timeout? It might hurt me. And so I said, all right, well, let me just go for the two. But yeah, I would have just kicked there. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. Oh yeah, he
Well,
wants you to play. You got a game with Joe. But yeah,
yeah,
we'll make it quick. Yeah. Yeah, the first half, I think there was 6 minutes left in the first half, and I had 3 turnovers. One of them was a punt return. Hold on 1 second. I got to put you on hold.
sure. So you can see the stats pretty much in favor of New England over Buffalo. It was a fun game to watch that fourth quarter, but rough ending for Buffalo. So, but amazing, Mike's able to keep his cool. And then when he didn't get that, he got um, the interception on the D card, returned it to midfield, then goes incomplete, 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 and they take incomplete, 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 and then 9-yard gain. So they just come a yard short. The Bills take over with about 2 minutes left. And then the first play they run, it's stuffed correctly. Without that stuff there, Mike, you would not have caused the fumble, and you get it
Really?
back. Yeah,
I
it
didn't
was a
know that.
yeah, it was 2 through 5 without a man in zone, and 2 through 6 with a man in zone, and it was a 6.
Wow.
So,
Wow, I got fortunate on that one.
and that's what kind of makes it interesting with the carded fumble rules. You can't just run, and not worry about them selling out for the key. But then again, if you throw, you risk, turning it over with an interception. So it was a good game. It was a good, at least the fourth quarter that I watched was very entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, it's really tough defending him in that three wide receiver set. I really never really figured it out, to be honest. I mean, you kind of just hoping for some one calls, some one dies, and he did a good job of mixing it up. It felt like Allen was really on with the flats earlier. At one point, he was 10 for 12 and 16 for 23. He ended up really, he threw a couple bombs trying to ice the game that he ended up missing. But yeah, I mean, Joe came out in 3-3-5 in the fourth, obviously up 14, just saying, as long as Mike doesn't score quick, I'm in good shape. And so I had to kind of be patient, pick my spots, you know what I mean? Keep
Yeah,
running the ball, even though it's hard to run it against him when you hit the D card and you get 3 yards. But I tried to stay patient. When I was down 14, I said, "There's no reason for me to be throwing into 3-3-5.
not with
Only
Mac,
down 14."
not with
Right,
Mac Jones.
right. So let's just try to drive this ball down the field, be patient. But it was tough early. Say the first 3 quarters, a lot of my drives, I get to the 50 and I'd stall and I had to punt. Um,
Yeah, it looks like he kind of ignored the end runs from Josh Allen until the very end there, but I may have
yeah,
missed it.
yeah.
I
You're
mean,
right. He did. He did run one earlier in the game, and he hit the one die -7.
Oh,
And so that turned into 2nd and 17, and it killed that drive. And so I think in the back of his mind, he
plus
probably was, yeah,
the Bats have excellent run D on their cards too, so that
yeah.
probably has something to do with it.
You know what I didn't get today? I didn't, other than that plug I got at the end of the game that I really needed. Cook has a great off tackle card, and it's up against my a lot of times the one man, and I have the -2, -3, -4 in there for 6 to 8. So it's always
Yeah,
kind of a battle. Is Cook gonna hit his card? Am I gonna get my one man? And then I have a short gain, I think, on Linebuck. Yeah, so it's just it's kind of tough. With the 3-4 defense, they give you a lot of short gains in the stock
yeah,
on the D card, if you don't
right.
have, and so because there's not many yards probably otherwise. Oh yeah, the short gains on the off tackle. So that's a big swing if he can stay away from the 0 line off tackle versus the 1 where I got -4, 3-2.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
always a battle, but he does a good job of mixing it up right and left.
so you're matched up with Baltimore then in the AFC Conference Championship.
Oh yeah, I was wondering who they played.
Yeah, they Jacksonville
Oh yeah,
and
Jacksonville. Yeah,
Baltimore played, and then the Baltimore won by a field goal, late field goal, I think.
yeah.
So
Joe probably also suffered through the 2-0 versus me. I hope tough to beat the team 3 times in a row. Although early in the game it didn't look like much.
no, I'm sorry, it was 34-27.
34-27. Yeah,
Yeah, it was the NFC divisional game with 49ers and Cowboys that ended in
Cowboys.
the
Yeah,
last second field goal. So,
yeah.
well,
Rudy
good
mentioned
deal.
that to me. He lost on a field goal.
All right. Well, it looks like my game is the last game of the week. I got to
Okay,
do something before I can play Joe, but I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. Congratulations, Mike.
thank you.
Fun stuff. All right. I'll talk to you.